Cameron Jibril Thomaz, better known by the stage name Wiz Khalifa, is an American rapper and singer-songwriter. He released his debut album, Show and Prove, in 2006, and signed to Warner Bros. Records in 2007. His Eurodance-influenced single, Say Yeah, received urban radio airplay, charting on the Rhythmic Top 40 and Hot Rap Tracks charts in 2008. Khalifa parted with Warner Bros. And released his second album, Deal or No Deal, in November 2009. He released the mixtape Kush and Orange Juice as a free download in April 2010. He then signed with Atlantic Records. He is also well known for his debut single for Atlantic, Black and Yellow, which peaked at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. His debut album for the label, Rolling Papers, was released on March 29, 2011. He followed that album with ONIFC on December 4, 2012, which was backed by the singles Work Hard, Play Hard, and Remember You. Early life: Khalifa was born Cameron Jibril Thomaz in Minot, North Dakota on September 8, 1987 to a mother and a father serving in the military. His parents divorced when Khalifa was about 3 years old. His parents' military service caused him to move regularly. Khalifa lived in Germany, the United Kingdom, and Japan before settling in Pittsburgh, where he attended Taylor Alderdice High School. His stage name is derived from Khalifa, an Arabic word meaning successor, and wisdom, which was shortened to Wiz when Khalifa was a young boy. Khalifa stated to Spinner.com that the name also came from being called Young Wiz "'cause I was good at everything I did, and my granddad is Muslim, so he gave me that name. He felt like that's what I was doing with my music." He got a tattoo of his stage name on his 17th birthday. He cites Jimi Hendrix, Camp Lo, the Notorious B.I.G. and Bone Thugs-n-Harmony as musical influences. Career: 2005 a Euro 08, early mixtapes and Show and Prove. Rostrum Records president Benji Greenberg first heard about Wiz Khalifa in 2004 when the rapper's contribution to a mixtape of various new Pittsburgh artists attracted his interest. When Greenberg finally met the 16-year-old artist, he immediately decided he wanted to work with him, later telling Headquarters, "Even though he wasn't a Euro unregistered trademark T all the way developed, you could just tell that he was a diamond in the rough, and that with some polishing, guidance and backing he could become something special." Khalifa signed to the label shortly after and began a 7-year period of artist development. Khalifa released his first mixtape, Prince of the City, Welcome to Pistolvania, in 2005. The mixtape paved the way for his first full-length album entitled Show and Prove in 2006. Khalifa was declared an artist to watch that year in Rolling Stone magazine. In 2007, Khalifa signed to Warner Bros. Records and released 2 mixtapes through Rostrum Records, Grow Season, hosted by DJ Green Lantern and released on July 4, 2007, and Prince of the City 2, released on November 20, 2007. His debut Warner Bros. Single Say Yeah reached number 25 on the Billboard Rhythmic Top 40 music chart and number 20 on Billboard's Hot Rap Tracks. The song samples Better Off Alone by Alice DJ. Khalifa's vocals from Say Yeah appear near the end of Pittsburgh mashup producer Girl Talk's 2008 album, Feed the Animals, over music from Underworld's Born Slippy, Usher's Love in This Club, and The Cure's In Between Days. Khalifa appeared with The Game, David Banner and Playin' Skillz at U92's Summer Jam at the USANA Amphitheater in West Valley City, Utah on August 2, 2008. Khalifa released the mixtape Star Power in September 2008, and Flight School in April 2009 on Rostrum Records. Khalifa parted ways with Warner Bros. Records in July 2009 after numerous delays in releasing his planned debut album for the label, First Flight. Khalifa stated to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette that, "I learned a lot during my time there and matured as an artist during the process. I'm happy to be moving on with all of my material and having the chance to be in control of my next moves." Khalifa appeared with Girl Talk, Modi Lemon, Donora, Grand Buffet, and Don Caballero at the Amphitheater at Station Square in Pittsburgh on July 31, 2009, where he announced that his relationship with Warner Brothers was over. 2009 A Euro 10, Deal or No Deal and signing with Atlantic Records. Continuing his association with Rostrum Records, Khalifa released the single Teach You to Fly, and the mixtape How Fly, a collaboration with New Orleans rapper Curren$, on August 9, 2009. Khalifa introduced a more melodic style on the mixtape, alternating between singing and rapping. He opened for Wu-Tang Clan member U-God at the 2009 CMJ Music Marathon in New York City. Khalifa released the mixtape Burn After Rolling on November 2, 2009, where he raps over familiar beats from other artists, including the songs If I Were a Boy, and Diva by Beamka. Copyright, Walking on a Dream by Empire of the Sun, La Chini also known as This Is It by Camp Lo, and Best I Ever Had by Drake. Khalifa released his second album, Deal or No Deal, on November 24, 2009. Khalifa performed at Emos in Austin, Texas in March 2010 as part of the 2010 South by Southwest Music Festival. He appeared on the cover of XXL magazine that same month, for the magazine's annual list of top 10 freshmen, which included Donis, J. Cole, Pill, Freddie Gibbs, and Fashawn. Wiz Khalifa was named 2010 Rookie of the Year by The Source, with alongside Rick Ross, the Man of the Year. He toured with rapper Yellow Wolf on a 20-date tour, the Deal or No Deal Tour. Khalifa released the free mixtape Kush and Orange Juice for download on June 14, 2010. Due to Khalifa's devoted grassroots fan base, the mixtape became the #1 trending topic on Twitter with the hashtag Kush and Orange Juice, and Kush and Orange Juice download a Euro ranked #1 on Google Euro unregistered trademark S Hot Search Trends. Citing music industry insiders, New York Magazine wrote that Khalifa signed with Atlantic Records in April 2010, although the rapper did not confirm it. He stated to All Hip Hop in June 2010 that he was working on a new album, but was weighing his options and had not yet decided on a label to distribute it. Khalifa confirmed to MTV on July 30 that he was signing an Atlantic Records deal. Khalifa was featured in a remix and video for the 2010 Rick Ross single Super High, alongside Curren$. He guested on the mixtape Grey Goose, Headphones, and Thirsty Women by St. Louis rapper MC, and was featured on the track The Breeze on rapper Wales' August 2010 mixtape More About Nothing. Khalifa was named MTV's Hottest Breakthrough MC of 2010, winning with nearly 70,000 votes, and beating out finalists Nicki Minaj, J. Cole, Travis Porter, and Diggy Simmons. Khalifa appeared at the Soundset 2010 festival in May 2010 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, alongside Method Man and Redman, Del the Funky Homocypian and Hieroglyphics, Atmosphere, Murs, Cage, and others. He also performed at the 2010 Rock the Bells Festival, along with hip-hop veterans Wu-Tang Clan, Snoop Dogg, Lauryn Hill, A Tribe Called Quest, Rakim, KRS-One, Jedi Mind Tricks and Slick Rick. Khalifa declined an invitation to tour with rapper Drake and launched his own Wake and Bacon Tour, a 50-city national tour with rapper Yellow Wolf. His official DJ on the tour was DJ Bonix. The tour, scheduled to last from September to November 2010, has, as of October, sold out every venue. In November 2010, during his Wake and Bacon tour at East Carolina University, Wiz Khalifa was arrested for possession and trafficking of marijuana. He was then released the next morning after a $300 K bail, and resumed his tour. Khalifa performed in a cypher during the 2010 Bet Hip Hop Awards. He recited his verse from the song, The Checkpoint, from his mixtape with Curren$, How Fly, 2010 a Euro 12, mainstream success, Rolling Papers and ONIFC. Khalifa released Black and Yellow, his first single for Rostrum Atlantic, produced by Stargate, which has received radio airplay. The single peaked at #1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. The title of the song refers to the colors of the city of Pittsburgh. Khalifa released his debut album with Atlantic Records in 2011. He appeared with Curren$ on the track Scaling the Building on producer Ski Beat's 2010 album, 24-Hour Karate School. Khalifa's record label, Taylor Gang Records, is named after his love of Chuck Taylor All-Stars and his alma mater, Taylor Alderdice High School. On March 29, 2011, Khalifa released his first studio album, Rolling Papers, in the U.S. The album debuted at number 2 on the U.S. Billboard 200 chart, with first-week sales of 197,000 copies in the United States. Shortly afterward, on March 31, 2011, Wiz Khalifa performed at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia as part of the school's annual Doolies Weekend. On June 26, 2011, Khalifa was nominated and won Best New Artist at the BET Awards of 2011. Khalifa collaborated with British rapper Tinie Tempah, whom Tinie announced in an interview with Rolling Stone that his next single is to be called Till I'm Gone, and would feature Wiz Khalifa and is to be produced by Stargate. The single and the video song were released at the end of June 2011. On April 11, 2012, Khalifa announced that he will release his second studio album titled Only Nigga in First Class, but that it will be abbreviated as ONIFC. For release to mainstream markets. ONIFC debuted at number 2 with 131,000 in first-week sales. The album has spawned 2 singles, Work Hard, Play Hard, and Remember You, both receiving good commercial acclaim and with the former going platinum. Wiz has also recently talked to rapper 50 Cent, who he collaborated with on the song Telescope, about making a movie together. 2013 present, Black Hollywood. In April 2013, Khalifa revealed that after having his son he decided to work on a new album that he was planning to release in 2013. On April 17, 2013, Wiz Khalifa and Karan Dollar announced that they will drop their collaboration EP Live in Concert on April 20, 2013. The EP featured 7 new songs. On June 24, 2013, he announced that his 5th studio album would be titled Black Hollywood and would be released in 2013. On September 3, 2013, Khalifa revealed he had recorded songs with Miley Cyrus and Juicy J for Black Hollywood. In October 2013, Mannie Fresh confirmed that he provided production for the album. On February 11, 2014, Khalifa released Black Hollywood's first single titled We Dem Boys. In an interview with Wrap Up on May 22, 2014, Wiz announced that his song with Adele was just an idea, and that it hadn't been recorded and subsequently wouldn't be on the final cut for Black Hollywood. After releasing several weed mixes on SoundCloud, including Ziploc and Man, Wiz took to Twitter to create hype about his new mixtape, 28 Grams, which was due to be released on May 25, 2014. However, Wiz was arrested for marijuana possession the day before, and there were fears that the mixtape would be pushed back. After posting a jail selfie, and hashtagging #FreeTrapWiz on Twitter, he was released hours later, meaning the mixtape would go ahead with its intended release date. Personal life: Khalifa began dating model Amber Rose in early 2011. The couple became engaged on March 1, 2012, and married on July 8, 2013. With a wedding celebration planned for later in the year. They have one son, Sebastian Taylor Thomaz, born on February 21, 2013. Pittsburgh City Council declared December 12 to be Wiz Khalifa Day in the city. Khalifa graduated from Pittsburgh's Taylor Alderdice High School and in January 2012, purchased a home in nearby Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. Khalifa is open about his use of cannabis, and he has claimed in many interviews that he spends $10,000 a month on cannabis, and also smokes daily. Discography: Studio albums, Show and Prove, Deal or No Deal, Rolling Papers, ONIFC. Black Hollywood, collaborative albums, Mac and Devin Go to High School, Live in Concert, TBA, Filmography, Awards and Nominations, American Music Awards, BET Awards, Billboard Music Award, Grammy Awards, MTV Europe Music Awards, MTV Video Music Awards. References. External links: Official website, Wiz Khalifa on MySpace, Wiz Khalifa at MTV, Wiz Khalifa at the Internet Movie Database.